Hi, my name is Josh, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Caring in Place. This is a quick demo of our iPhone app. You can do the same thing by downloading this app on your smartphone or also using our web solution at caringinplace.com. Our solution is specifically for the family caregiver, the 45 to 54-year-old oldest daughter of our aging seniors, and I'll demo that now. So, first, this caregiver needs an account. This is a splash screen and then some legalese. So this information is the family caregiver. We'll say that her name is Lisa Jones. And we'll give her a picture by selecting the add photo and choose picture. I've got a few caregivers here. We'll use this picture as our caregiver. And I'll add an email address. Lisa, this is just one that I've created that we can use for today. And a password for Lisa. And submit. Great. So Lisa has two options. She can create a care plan, a brand new one for her mother that she's caring for, or maybe a sibling or someone else has already created a care plan and she can connect to that plan by entering a patient ID. So in this case, I'll create a new care plan. I'll select begin. And the first thing that Lisa needs to do is add some information about the person she's caring for, her mother in this case. And we'll say her first name is Gina. And we'll add a zip code. The zip code is necessary for our marketplace functionality that will take place here in our next iteration. I'll add a photo of Gina also, which helps to add a good look and feel for the app. Next, we'll add some conditions, what conditions that Gina has. And today we support COPD, CHF, dementia, and diabetes. This content with our open API can come from anywhere. It can come from an EMR, an EHR, it can come from wherever. Today it comes from our clinical advisory board, and we support comorbidities here also. So we'll say that she has COPD, maybe some mild dementia, and she's also a type 2 diabetic. Any behaviors that she also has that will drive our care plan. Potentially she takes blood pressure at home. There may be some incontinence issues, maybe a low salt diet. Next, our medication. This is to help the caregiver track the medications that Gina is taking. The structure of this app is designed for these family caregivers based on the feedback we've received. So this is very simplistic on the medication side. We'll say that Gina is taking Amaryl for diabetes. I can set a schedule. I could select weekly and decide here are the days of the week where that medication needs to be taken, but I'll hit back and say that it's actually a daily medication. And the app asks how often. We'll say 3 times a day this medication needs to be taken. I can add some instructions like take with water. I can even add some media, whether it's audio, video, images. In this case, I'll add an image of the pill. I can choose a picture or take a picture. I actually have a picture of Amaryl here already on my phone, so we'll use that. But that enables all those that are caring for Gina to make sure that when we're talking about Amaryl, we're all talking about the same pill. And then I can also set a refill reminder. Maybe it's the last day here of the month when this medication needs to be refilled. So that's what it looks like to add a medication. In this case, the app will ask if we want to add any others, and for today and this purpose, I'll just say no. Next, we can also tie a partner, a physician, a long-term care facility, a home healthcare agency, whatever it may be, a partner to this user so that that organization can then communicate with and be involved in this caregiver's exchange and experience. So I'll choose Friends in Action. That's a caregiver organization up in Boise. If there is no partner and the caregiver has just found our app on the App Store or on the web, they also can just, they don't need to choose a partner. The last step here is to invite other family members, friends, and neighbors to join in and be a part of this Care for Gina. I'll select invite via email or text message. Maybe in this case we'll do a text. But you'll see where the app pre-populates a text message. Hi, I'm using Caring in Place to care for Gina. Love you to be part of my care team. Here's where you go to download the app. And here's a patient ID so that whoever it is can join this exact care plan for Gina. And there's some instructions for the web, and then thanks from Lisa Jones. Great. And I'll select done. And then that's the end of the setup. It's very clean. It should be 5 minutes or less to set up the caregiving app for, in this case, Gina. This is asking if we want to see a tutorial, and I'll say sure. So welcome to Caring in Place. This is the iPhone app version of our platform. The care plan, this is the to-do list. This is a task of activities that need to be completed on behalf of Gina. We pre-populate much of these. As I mentioned before, they can come from other sources, and also then the caregivers can manage that list how they'd like. The care stream is more like a Facebook wall. What's happened, what caregivers have been added, what medications have been added, what tasks have been completed, comments, pictures, everything you'd expect from a social interaction. We've got this care target. It's an action button. It allows the caregiver to add a new task to the care plan, add comments, also add caregivers just like we added a caregiver via text message previously. We've got a settings section and then also a medication update, which I'll show you here in a minute. So once the tutorial completes, then the to-do list populates, and you'll see here the tasks for today, tomorrow, next week, etc. that need to be completed. So I'll look at a couple of these. Maybe we'll scroll down here. Here's one that says check cleanliness and dryness. So if I click on that task, then I'll get some instructions, and there's some co-branding that takes place here. Friends in Action, which was our partner that we selected, suggests, and then there's some instructions here, very specific to Gina, encouraging Gina to use the bathroom on a regular schedule, and helping with incontinence issues that are tied to Gina. So I can go down here as a caregiver, I can add a comment. Mom was dry today, which is a great sign. And I'll show you where else that comment shows up, but that's specific to this task. I can mark the task complete here and then return to the care plan, and you'll see that me, Lisa, completed check cleanliness and dryness. From a user perspective, maybe they already know how to do a certain task and they don't want to go in and look at the task information like provide healthy snacks. I can mark it complete right from here, and it'll show that Lisa completed that task. There may be other ones like maybe record Gina's blood pressure. If I try and mark it here from the care plan, this one's actually requiring some data to be entered. So I'll have to enter that data before I can determine that this task is complete. And now as I go back to the care plan, you'll see recording the blood pressure is now complete for Gina. Insulin use, maybe I'm not using the sliding scale with my physician, so I can actually just delete that task. Swipe delete. Are you sure you want to delete it? Yes. And then am I just deleting it one time, like off of today's to-do list, or am I deleting it all the time because it's not relevant for me? So I'll select all the time. And that task gets removed permanently from the task list. So that's what the to-do list structure looks like. I can select do Gina's memory exercises. I can select the I'll do it button. And is it just this once or all the time? I'll just do it for today. And then you'll see there where Lisa is now indicated as the person that's assigned to do this task. You can also assign others. If I look in here and record Gina's blood sugars, click into that task. Again, here's the instructions on it. And I can hit the assign button just this once. And here are all the people on the care team. Right now it's just me, but it could be my brother, sister, a neighbor. It could also be a paid caregiver, whomever. Great. So there's a button here. This is our action button, the target. As I select it, you'll see that there's some icons that pop out. And from left to right, you can add a caregiver, add a comment, or add a task. So in this example, I will add a new task. This is one that's we do often with caregivers, so populate mom's pillbox. Great. And I'll set a schedule and say that it needs to happen weekly, and it happens every Friday. I can assign a caregiver. Right now, again, I'm the only one on the care team, so I'll leave it unassigned for someone else to pick up. And I can add some instructions and say something simple like watch video. And I can then go to media, and I can choose a video, or I can even record a video right now with my smartphone. And you'll see my hand pop up here, but I'll take a video of myself populating mom's pillbox. And I'll attach that video right to the task. And now, as that task populates on the care plan, you see populate mom's pillbox. Anyone that selects it now has a video to watch that allows them and shows them how to complete that task. It can be for clinical tasks and non-clinical tasks, how to water her plants, how to even look for or change a wound dressing, or all sorts of different things. It really doesn't matter, but it's functionality that these users are already used to in using their smartphone cameras and otherwise. I'll show you what the CareStream looks like. So this is the CareStream, and you see some nice animation in here on how this all works. But you see that Lisa, she added populate pillbox and also assigned the do Gina's memory exercises to someone else. And these are all the things that we've done so far. You see that comment pop up, mom was dry today. So you can like a comment, you can add other comments, etc. But this is the interaction, the social piece of what's going on, and it's great for a paid caregiver so that mom in Boston can see what's happening with others that are involved, and it's a great interaction point. The last part I'll show you here is medication update, and we know that medication adherence is the most important element of improved health outcomes for seniors. So if I select the info button for Amaral, you'll see here's the picture of the pill and the instructions that we talked about previously. But if I select Amaral, this shows me on the drop down how many times this pill should be taken today. So I'll say that it's been taken twice so far, and these other lines below it is where we would have additional medications. And now as I return to the care plan, you'll see the medication update is at 66%. Now when we see that drop, then we can also offer different integrated products that track medication adherence outside of our solution and then bring that data back in. From a physician's point of view, I'll just show one thing. In the settings section, we've got a reports section, and we can actually take a start date and an end date, maybe the last time the patient saw the physician, and then everything that's happened between then and today's appointment. And we can email a report or print it and take it with us to the doctor. Let me show you what a report looks like. So if I were to do email, I can just email it directly to that physician that's going to meet with me as the caregiver, or I can also, let me just show you what it looks like if I were to copy that and put it right into a browser. This is what the report looks like. And again, we've only collected a minimal amount of data over just this time period, but you'll see this is a report for Gina. You'll see the caregivers, you'll see medication adherence overall and broken down by specific medication. Down here we're tracking, in this case, blood pressure, but we'll show a graph of different data elements that are being collected by the caregiver and tasks that are being completed, etc. A great one-page PDF report that can be used for the physician to review in just a matter of minutes during the appointment to know what's happening with mom. So that's the review. That's just a quick version, and feel free to go to caringinplace.com to see more. Thank you.